turn around and Daniel is hovered over the body. Like, that shit is cool. What's up, Jay-Topians? How you doing, my loves? All right, so you can tell by the title of the video, probably why you clicked it. I'm about to get into the unaliving while being on the clock. But first, let me first start off by saying thank you for, first of all, liking the last video. I've been getting, like, it was a pretty good turnout. It was a pretty good turnout for maybe 2 weeks, you know? I think that, you know, from the time that I stopped, I think, you know, from the views, I mean, people are gravitating towards it. And then I did get the one comment that said they wanted this story time, so I'm going to give you this story time. Now, this video might be a little bit longer than expected, but, you know, you come to YouTube for long-range content anyway, long-form content anyway, so grab your food, grab your snacks. We're going to get into a story time. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. Go follow me on TikTok. I make shorter, opinionated content. I don't know what the fuck to call that, but anyway, cousin, without further ado, I guess let's just get into the story time. Again, I'm going to try to keep it short, but I think this is going to be a long time because it's going to be a longer video because you got to get context of what's happening. All right, so technically this happened almost about a year ago. It happened in March of last year. So we're around the time where I was probably at a really like lower point of life, I guess. But that's neither here nor there. Long story short, so let's say it happened in March. So around March, that was when I went to Jamaica, right? I was in Jamaica. I'll insert some photos, maybe. I went to Jamaica, had a blast. Jamaica don't owe me a damn thing. So I came back, and mind you, I guess that part don't matter, but I mean, I guess it kind of gives context for a later part in the story. So it was Christmas holiday break. We get the notice that, okay, let me back up even more. I gotta back up even more. I moved to Texas for a position at the gym and swim. I almost gave away where I work. But I'm going to call it the gym and swim. So we're going to call it the gym and swim. I got a job at the gym and swim to do marketing. Okay. The gym and swim went through some exceptionally heinous shit behind the scenes. So a lot of people lost either their job or got put into another position. I was one of those people. I did marketing for the gym and swim, and it was cool. It was Gucci until it wasn't. I got switched to doing operations. Went into operations, and when I tell you the position that I had, it was stressful. It's a hard job. Like, it's literally one of the hardest jobs in the entire association. Like, the entirety of this place. The meat and potatoes lies on this position. Mind you, there was a new location of the gym and swim opening, and they had a position for that role. They were getting rid of my position. I guess somewhere down the line, they felt like because they moved me here, maybe I was an asset. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm good at my job. I don't know what the case may be. I'm grateful for it. So they transitioned me and had another role for me. Unfortunately, I knew that this role in particular was going to be intense. I knew that accepting the job, but it's either, and I even asked, like, what was my options? It's either take the job or you ain't got no job. So which one would you decide on? Hey, that's neither here nor there. I took the high road and took the job. Even though I knew it was going to be stressful, I was like, hey, it's going to be a short term. I'm about to just go. From the time that I came back from the holidays, that's when everything switched over. So I came back from the holidays, very, very stressful, trying to get my sea legs, trying to learn this whole operations debacle. Also not getting the help, the support that I needed from veterans, from people who should be training me. Didn't get any support, didn't get anything. It was literally like, here's the job, you accepted it, go forth and go do with whatever. So, like I said, this is around January where I'm like trying to learn everything, but then I have a family trip that I told everybody before I even moved positions. I said, I'm going out of town for the holidays, and I'm going out of town in February because I have a trip. Nobody bats an eye. That's important. Nobody bats an eye. So, the time comes. This is like late February, early March, like first week of March type shit. And my boss, we gonna give her another name, Barbara. Okay. My boss is Barbara. And then Barbara's boss is CJ. CJ boss, we're gonna call him Gary. Fuck it. Let's call him Gary. All right, so you got Barbara, CJ, Gary, and then we're just gonna stop right there. So Barbara tells me, Barbara's a bitch. We're gonna call a spade a spade. Barbara's a bitch. So but she cool what she want to be. Of course, she's one of us. She's black. That's pretty important. Barbara's black, CJ's black, and then what I call him, Gary. Gary's white. Okay, Gary's the head honcho. Naturally. So, Barbara, she tells me, you basically suck at your job, get your shit together when you come back from Jamaica. So I get back from Jamaica and CJ pulls me into a meeting and he's like, I want you to go out in community outreach. I want you to go and tell them that the branch is now open. Let them know that we have this and that and the third offerings for them. Whoopty whoopty whoop. But I want you to go with Daniel. We're going to call him Daniel. This is a third player. You go with Daniel. Daniel, he's really good at, no, not really good. He has a really strong connect with people in the surrounding area. So he knows the ins and outs of where to go, what places not to go, what things to say, what things not to say. So CJ tells me, go with Daniel, and I want you to go community outreach. That's literally kind of basically all he said. He was like, take some of these pamphlets, take some of these brochures, take some of these flyers, and go with Daniel. I said, okay, bet. I don't know this position like that. Not really keen on having this position, but whatever. So this was so mind you, this was like, I want to say I got back Monday. I had the meeting with CJ Tuesday or Wednesday. And then Thursday is when everything happened. Tuesday I met with CJ. I set up the meeting with Daniel Wednesday. And then Thursday, Daniel pulls up to the gym and swim. And he like, all right, let's go. Cool. Didn't think anything of it. I'm locked and loaded, ready to go. Got my spiel ready. You know, I'm about to do this shit. We go to one apartment. Everything's Gucci. We go and talk to the manager. Everything's fine. Everything's Gucci. He gives me the rundown, like, you know, this is this type, like this property got X, Y, and Z. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Cool. So then everything went good there. And so, mind you, okay, so let me back up. So, because you got to kind of like get where we're at. So the gym and swim, let's say the gym and swim, I wish I had a pen. Okay, so the gym and swim is here. Let's say the gym and swim is on the meaty part of my hand, right? The first apartment is going to be around the corner behind the gym and swim, okay? So then you got the gym and swim, which is the meaty part of my hand. And if you can see it, so like the apartment, the first apartment complex is here. The gym and swim is here on the corner. And it's a corner. Let's just say this is a street on the corner. And then across the way, there's another apartment complex. So we get done. We come around the corner. We come around the gym and swim. We boom. Daniel pulls up. Daniel, let me give you a little rundown. Daniel's white. Daniel is about, if he's white, Daniel looks a good 60, but he's probably like 50, okay? So he's one of them, Daniel's aged. And he's white aged, okay? So he takes me over to this apartment complex across the street. And he's like, you know, hey, just before we go in here, I want to let you know. Oh, damn, I didn't explain how. He just pulled up. So he was like, I want to let you know, this is like, in this area, this is probably like the most dangerous apartment complex. But you will get a lot of foot traffic for your gym and swim with this community. So I'm like, okay. Don't make no sense, but hey, I don't know the ins and outs of Texas. I don't know how they get down here. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So as he's telling me this, I'm on let's just say I'm the passenger seat, and he's here. He's in the driver's seat. So as he's telling me this is the most dangerous apartment complex in the area, I hear boom, boom, boom. Loud. Boom, boom, boom. Like loud. I'm from Detroit. Gunshots don't really affect me like that. Like gunshots, shit, what the fuck? And then I'll go about my day. But as Daniel's talking, people are coming out of their apartments. And I'm like, they're walking towards the street. So I'm like, Daniel, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I think something's like happening down there. Daniel, white self, puts his car in reverse and drives down to the commotion where everyone else is walking towards. He parks his car, looks at me and go, you ready for this? The nigga was too stunned to speak. I'm like, he hops out the car. Now I'm sitting in this man's personal vehicle by myself. He hops out the fucking car. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What's happening here? So here I am sitting in the car. I'm like, do I just sit here? Do I get out? What the fuck? Get out. So I get out, and people walking past me, people running past me. You know, I'm maybe like 50 feet, 50 feet, 50 feet, a good 50 feet. There's a man sprawled out on the ground, bleeding out. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on? I'm still at a distance. I hear, turn him over, stop, make sure he don't swallow no blood, like turn him over. Oh my God, oh my, kids crying, get in the house. I mean, it's a mess. So then I'm like, I hear somebody call 911, Naturally, I'm gonna call 911 because I don't know who the fuck else is calling 911. So I call 911. They like, yeah, we getting calls now. We got paramedics on their way. Bet, cool. I ain't never seen nobody sprawled out. Now, mind you, I'm walking closer to what's going on because, like I said, the paramedics is telling me wooty woo. So I get closer, and at this point, I'm like, I'm out of my body. At this point, I'm completely out of my body because, again, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I just completely disassociate at this point. So I remember FaceTiming someone, and I have the video. I literally have the video. I'm not going to show said video, but I have the video because I've screen recorded my FaceTime call. So the man is sprawled out. People are over him. They trying to, stop the bleeding. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. As I'm getting off the phone with the paramedics, I'm hearing, who is this white nigga? Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is you, homie? I turn around. Daniel. I turn around and Daniel is hovered over the body like that shit is cool. So I'm like, I'm not getting close to that shit. I'm gonna keep my distance. But what the fuck is Daniel about to do? Because Daniel about to get fucking shot himself. So Daniel's hovering over the body like this shit is sweet. Like this shit is like, oh my God, niggas is dying. And I'm watching this whole thing from a distance. The paramedics finally come. And I want to say like 4 or 5 paramedics was trying to resuscitate this man. They couldn't stop the bleeding. They couldn't, nothing happened. In the end, it took about a good 30, 45 minutes for them to try to do all they could while this man is bleeding out in the middle of the street to try to do anything. Everybody's it was a very surreal moment in time for me. It was a very traumatic experience for me. The commotion, the emotion, the cries. It was like a movie, bro. So then at this point, Daniel, he's moved back. He's talking to the people. He's watching it. And Daniel, to me, when I recall these moments and these experiences, Daniel to me is he looks like not what he's supposed to look like. And I don't know if any of my supernatural girlies or my witch is witch talking here, somebody who is very spiritual like me. That shit is he was so entranced by it all. It was he was drunk. That shit was weird. It's eerie to think about every time I think about the shit. And I'm glad y'all can't see my legs fucking bouncing and shaking. Oh my goodness, this shit is so surreal. Let me try to get through the story. Let me try to get through the story without trying to like relive everything. So I remember walking back to the gym and swim. Like I said, it's right across the street. And I remember being like, I had to pee. But then at this point, they're still trying to resuscitate him. They're still trying to resuscitate him when I go back and pee. Why did I go back? I don't know. But I went back outside and I remember they were still trying to do their thing. I remember turning around talking to somebody. I don't remember who. Or like I walked, it was something happened. And then, like I said, all that was going on. And then next thing I know, they were dispersing. And they brung out the sheet and covered that man up. Seeing the paramedics, like the fire department, just wash their fucking feet. Like, I mean, and of course they have to. But just seeing like the blood being rinsed off their shoes. You know, seeing like the blood everywhere. Seeing like, okay, so what happened to him? The man ended up getting shot in the neck. Come to find out, again, I'm not trying to be an assess. I don't know the laws. I don't know. Word on the street is, because, okay, so the guy that got shot, word on the street is, the guy that got shot worked at the apartment complex. Word on the street, come closer. Word on the street is that the leasing consultant or the manager, the property manager, allegedly, I don't know. This is just what people told me around at the gym and swim. Allegedly. It was her boyfriend. I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. I went back to the gym and swim. Barbara was there. So I was like, Barbara, like, I just saw someone like die. So then she was like, oh my God, you know, that's oh my God, that's traumatic. Like, you know, go home. But in that moment, I couldn't go home. Like I said, the position was very demanding. It's a very demanding position. So I had people calling off. People was showing up late. I wasn't even comfortable like driving myself home, driving past that because again, you got to leave the gym and swim, and you got, like, for me to go home, I have to pass that. So I stayed the entire day. I stayed from like opening to close. And when I finally did go home, I was like, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. So I didn't go to work. I called Barb and I was like, hey, I'm still shooken up. Can I just not come in tomorrow? Oh, everything. Okay, yeah, that's fine. You know, I'm here to support you. Cool. So then that was Thursday, Friday. I didn't go to work. Saturday, Sunday. Monday, I can't sleep. I really wasn't eating like that. It was just a hot ass mess, right? So I was like, hey, Barb, I'm going to go to therapy today. And I'm going to see what my therapist recommend. And we're going to go from there. I still have mental health days. I still have PTO. I'm going to just use those until, I figure out, what the whoop. Go to therapy Monday. My therapist, I had two at the time. They both was like, nigga, no. Like, you need time. Your brain needs time to process. Your brain needs like a healing moment. So they were like, just use like your mental health days until you calm your mind, and then we'll just be in therapy weekly until we move forward. Bet. So I tell Barb and CJ this. I emailed them. I was like, hey, during this time, like, seeing this traumatic thing, my therapist is recommending this. Please just like support me during this time. CJ, Barbara, they're like, absolutely. Take care. All right. Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't show up. I'm trying to, calm my spirit. Thursday, the following Thursday, I get an email from Gary. Gary goes, hey, I hope you're doing okay. Can we have a meeting? I'm like, sure. Friday comes, I have a meeting with Gary. Gary's like, do you even want to be here? Because I'm under the impression that this is not what you want. And if you're unhappy, then you can, I'm just as confused as you are. I'm like, what's happening? So I'm like, I thought I was being supported. I mean, he's like, Barb is upset. Barb's not getting the support she needs from you. You're not there. You're supposed to use this experience. You're supposed to take that experience and, learn from it and grow from it. That community needs you now more than ever. Nigga, I'm in a fucking Twilight Zone. I'm floored at what's happening. So I'm sitting in this man's office, dumbfounded. Like, what is this a real conversation right now? So then I'm like, well, I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to go to HR and risk management, the risk department. And I'm like, hey, I witnessed this happening. My therapist is saying this, but everybody wants me to come back to work like everything is fine and dandy, right? So risk management. So that was Friday. Let's say the following Monday, I'm forced to go back to work because Gary is like, I think it's best that you just go back to work Monday. You just take, Saturday, Sunday and just go back to work Monday. If not, we can basically you can go find another job. We'll pay you your PTO. We'll give you your rest of your time and you can go. So I go back to work Monday. My therapist is pissed. Both therapists pissed. And I go to risk first. I go to risk management. Risk is like, maybe you should, use this as take the time you need, but use this as a stepping stone. Use this, that community needs you now more than ever. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone. So I'm like, well, this motherfucker can't help me. Let me go to fucking HR, who you would think is there to help you. So I thought, which HR, really HR is for the company, which this is a prime example of how they are actually for the fucking company. So, shit you not, I'm sitting in front of HR. Yes, they're white. I'm sitting in front of HR and she's like, Jalen, if you're, really shaking up, we have resources, we have therapy, available that we'll pay for. They don't. But if you're really shaken up about it, you maybe consider getting a CPL, getting your concealed carry and, getting your CPL. She never said get the pew pew. but she said get a CPL. You can't bring it into the gym and swim, but you know, you know, at least that'll give you maybe a peace of mind. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, everybody here got me fucked up. Everybody here got me fucked up. Mind you, a good chunk of the black people, they were in, oh my God, I'm fidgeting so much. The black people that I talk to, they're mostly natives here. So most of them were like, yeah, you know, that happens. You know, I will use this as a moment to you know, build the community. They're not for nothing. Black people in Texas has a very and not all of them. Black people in Texas has a really, 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 really slave-like mindset. I'll go into it in another video, but they have a very, very slave-like mindset. So they like, you know, you got to do the job, you asked for the job, you know, you accepted this position, you know, and that just comes with the job. I said, oh my God. So immediately I'm like, I'm moving home. Immediately I'm like, I'm going to finish out 6 months just to start packing up and getting the fuck on. Cause I was every which way ready to get the fuck on. So by the grace of God, I did get another position, but, so like I said, I talked to HR knowing, you know, I'm basically back at work doing the job. I've been working through it in therapy. Still hasn't gotten anywhere. If you are watching the video and you know a lawyer, send this to them and let them know, like, hey, what can be done. Yeah, so then I moved positions. I'm not at that gym and swim anymore. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It just become it reliving that experience is it's still a bit of a challenge. It's still hard. Going back to work, having to see then like they had a shrine made for him. It was hard. It was very, very hard during that time. And it was like, I don't have, like, even though like I'm in a better position, like I like what I do now at the gym and swim, but I'm so checked out of this place. It's insane. But yeah, that's a story time, my loves. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you like this story time. I have other story times. As they come up, I'll do a story time. But yeah, if you like it, please put some comments. Like it. I see the views. I'm just not getting a lot of interaction. So if you are seeing it and if you finish this video, just like it, please. Share and subscribe. Please. Thank you. And I will see you in the next video, my loves.
I know that's right.